Hey, share a beer, man. This is share a beer 289. Right on. So I did happen to have a couple interesting, well, revisited a couple of beers that I haven't had in a little while. So it was, um, it may take people a little while to show up to this one because I wasn't able to set it. I started a half hour early and it just turned into like a minute before I was supposed to be here. It's on. I don't know. It just took forever to set up. Hey, Mark, how's it going? Can you hear me?
There you go. Can you hear me
Oh,
now?
okay. Yeah, I can
Yeah.
hear you now. Yeah.
The whole thing about turning on the mic, that always helps.
That part is a booger, isn't it?
Yeah. It's just a simple step, but so often forgotten.
God, this camera is just, I feel like it's just like super zoomed in or something, you know? Maybe it's not, but it feels like it is. Because it's like right. Okay. Let me see.
Okay. You just wake up?
I did actually. Yeah, I
Yeah.
woke up. I woke up about 45 minutes ago, and
Okay.
then I made the mistake of looking at my email, and then
Oh yeah.
it's like, oh man, my oof, yeah, email is,
Yeah.
I'll have y- 3 or 4 emails from my legal team, and that's all I
Oh,
need.
man.
That's all I need to say.
Yeah.
Um,
Are you getting close now?
I think we are.
Cool.
So that is a good sign. That part is a good sign. So
Yeah, that's
yeah,
good.
I think I'm crossing fingers that by the end of October I can have a new status.
Oh, cool.
I can change my status in
All
Facebook.
right. That's the important thing, Joe. It's
Yeah, it
You just
is.
got to tell the attorney, say, "Come on, I want to change my status in Facebook."
I mean, I mean that's what it's all about, right? It's not official. The judge can do whatever they want.
Yeah,
It's not official till you change that status in Facebook,
that's right.
right?
That's
And then
right.
that's when it's official.
Yep.
I revisited a couple of beers this week,
Oh, cool.
the, and I don't know if you've seen them or not. I'm pretty much going right now by oh darn it, what's the app again? Untapped.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I've been using Untapped as my uh, beer note list for the
Okay.
week.
Yep. But it's nice because it's always with you.
It
If it's on your
is.
phone,
It is always.
wherever you are, you got it.
And it's funny too because I'll be at a bar or a brewery and I'll be logging in my beer and then someone will see the cheers on there, after you do the beer and they're like, dude, you use Untapped. And
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? So I've hooked up with a few people that way and then they're,
Oh yeah, yeah. That's a serious sign of a beer geek.
it is, yeah.
Tap.
And it's
Yeah.
even more beer geeky than that, once they see the Untapped and then they're like, what's your username? And I'm like, Joe D, and they're like, you're Jody. So that's even funnier, yeah. But let me see here.
Yeah.
It's where's my
Check in here.
oh yeah, I think yeah, I went back to Fat Tire again
Okay.
and let's see
Cool.
where's my beer list? Yeah, Dos Equis Amber. I haven't had Dos Equis Amber in a long time.
Wow.
Yeah, it was one of those $2 pours.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah. Plus, I think I was at Hooters. Yeah, so it was, their selection was,
Oh man.
you know, it,
Yeah. Well, that's craft beer for Hooters, right? I mean, that's
it is. You know
mm,
what was craft was Fat Tire. Fat Tire was,
huh. Yeah.
and of course they serve it way too cold. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? But
Oh yeah.
what are you gonna do? It is what it is. So
Down in an ice mug.
they do, yes, they put it. Yeah, they like go grab you, and they really try to push, those kind of bars you go to, and they try to push those big, what are they, 24-ounce mugs? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, the big things. Yeah.
And then you go to some places and they try to push those huge 32-ounce sons of bitches. Have you seen those things?
Mm-hmm.
God,
Yep.
they'll be these huge, and people get them, and I'm like, oh, you
And
know,
they
because
get more than one. If they get one, they're going to get more than one usually.
yeah, it's just by the time you get past that first quarter, the rest of that beer had
Mm-hmm.
it's lost everything that that it you know.
Yep.
But in any case, you're not necessarily getting that way because you you know love the taste of beer per se.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm,
because I pretty much stick with my 16-ounce pours. You know,
yeah.
um, I did get what did I get? I got a new little what is it? As a matter of fact, I meant to try it because I have to have uh something legal for the show. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I did get this new. It's a Lipton tea and honey liquid. It's a strawberry. Have
Hmm.
you seen this stuff? I've never
And you
seen
add
it.
that to water.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to add that to another one of Phoenix's finest
Oh,
fries,
yeah. There you go. Yeah.
purified drinking water, and see what this turns out like. But yeah, that was my beer. Oh, is it just going to be me and you again? How
Maybe. I don't know. Hopefully, I'm drinking the new Russian beer. Did you hear about it?
it's a new Russian beer?
Yeah, this one.
Ah!
Right?
Did it get
It-
bought?
yeah, Pabst got bought by some Russian. Now we're live, right? I mean, this is
Yeah,
broadcast. Okay.
yeah.
All right. So I just want everybody to know that the big news was that Pabst got bought by some Russian beer company last week. And I'm convinced that where you see Pabst there, they're just going to change. It's still going to start with a P, but it's going to be called Putin's Blue Ribbon. And the logo might change. It might just be a guy. It'd be a picture of him bare-chested wrestling a bear or something like that.
Are they gonna have like a picture of? Are they gonna keep people? What
Poop.
are they doing over there? Aren't they doing
Hey guys.
something in those one of those Russian countries? Isn't it? Are they like sequestering people or what are they doing over there? They're like
I don't know. They're sequestering them and making them drink Pabst. I
that's
don't
what it
know.
is, and that's why they're having that. Like it's like a civil war over there or something. And
Yeah.
I believe it all centers over whether they want to drink Pabst beer or not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Hey,
they're
Rui.
really. What's up, Rudy?
Hey, what's up?
Thank you for jumping in, man. I appreciate
Mm-hmm.
it, bro.
Man, we
Mm.
Hey,
cover.
no problem.
And I've been,
No problem.
you know what? You know what's weird, Rui, is you've been sending me some really good tips. You sent me one on the map thing. I seen it, and then I can't. I don't know how to reply to or go back to it because I wanted to check out that map link that you sent me. Um, and then you sent another one recently too. It's it's telling me it's a hangout, but I don't know how to get to it. And I got another one from I get them from fans from time to time. Like I got another one right now from Eric with a K, and I don't know how to get to these hangouts.
Is it a Hangout request? Yeah, you've got to open up your chat in your main page. I think, Joe.
Oh, is it okay? Because I'm getting them in my email.
Oh, okay. But yeah, if you go to your main Google Plus page and you click on the little bubble, speak bubble
Okay.
with the quotes in it, I think that is what loads up the Hangout chat
Oh,
app.
yeah. Because for some reason, I think I saw one of Rui's things in one of my notifications.
Mm-hmm.
And then Bum is the same way. Like I know I've gotten his in my notification, so I've been able to reply to him.
Mm.
But several of the others, I have no idea how to get to those. So it's in the chat thing, huh?
Yeah, if you click on the little bubble in the upper right hand corner of your
Okay,
page, you'll
okay,
see it'll be a listing of all the things you've done.
okay. Well, I don't want to get into that right now
Yeah,
then.
but that I think that's probably, and you will get stuff. It'll pop up in your email too. I think.
You probably can see that previously read notification.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it shows me in the yeah, because Rui, I think I replied to one or two of his, something like that. But yeah, that's how. Okay, so yeah, that's how I'll go to. Because I definitely wanted to see, and I did see that. You know what was funny was you sent that thing. That's what it was, that petapixel link to it,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
I had actually literally just saw that because I've been dying for that feature. I think we talked for that. I didn't want to make this into a photography thing, but
Mhm.
I didn't have a chance to get into Mark's Hangout again because of the game.
Yeah, it was a good game though. You saw a good game, didn't you?
It was a good game. Yeah, it was a
That's
great.
okay. That's all right. You know, that's fine. Just this the hangout, the world's best Sunday night photography hangout.
Yep.
I know. Yeah.
We gotta
It's
parse
gonna
it
get
down.
better.
Gotta niche market it. Held at 6 o'clock Eastern. The world's best.
Yeah, actually, we can give it a plug here because but it is Mark's photography. And now, what's the status, quick,
Oh
on your view?
God,
Have you heard
it's
anything? We didn't cover it
I'm
last.
gonna I'm calling Google Central this week is basically what I'm doing.
I
Um,
would.
they originally suspended the beer review thing like a month and a half ago. I followed all their things, replying saying, "Hey, what the hey, what's going on? Let me know. I don't know why you did it." Nothing happened. I replied again, and they said, "Oh, we can access your account. Try this." And I tried that, and it still didn't work. So I'm calling them tomorrow during my lunch break, I think, and finding out because I have absolutely no idea, and they won't give you any information. So
That's that's just
and
ridiculous.
it's as if it never existed. It just is wiped off the face of the map. So
Yeah, they push because it obviously has to be a big button if they took you
yeah,
off. It has to be a
you know, and
massive button.
I said in emails like, come on, I watch YouTube videos every day that have much more quote unquote extreme stuff on it than I ever had on any of my videos.
I don't know,
What
man. You were
happened?
pretty out there, bro.
I was,
You
yeah,
were.
yeah.
You're
I
just.
was, yeah.
You're pretty out there, man. Yeah. No, they
I'm,
definitely had cause.
oh, yeah. Oh, great, Joe. Yeah, help the case. Yeah,
That's a word that's going around with me a lot is cause.
cause. Yes,
But
that sounds like a legal term. Would that
it,
be?
trust me, when they start using words like that, it's getting expensive for you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's like
trust me.
cha-ching, cha-ching,
Yeah,
cha-ching.
yeah.
You see
Once
the
they,
dollar reels going.
yeah, yeah.
So,
The
so
toll is.
yeah, the news is no news, same as it was.
Oh man,
So I'm calling them, and I'm just basically going to say, hey, you know, what's going on? I mean,
I
I
would
never
call
got any.
what is it? It's they're not brothers, right? The guys that
Oh,
started
I'm
Google.
calling Sergey. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
calling Sergey
yeah.
directly.
I would. I'd just get
Yeah,
on the hotline and just give him a holler and say,
give
"Hey, dude,
Sergey a call and say, hey,
what
come
the
on.
f, man? Thought we were boys, man."
Yeah, really. Yeah. So
Really?
I don't know. I mean, so for everybody that's watching this that wonders what happened to the beer review channel, I don't know. It's gone. But you can still access Mark's photography spot because I use a separate log. I set up a separate login for that,
Yeah.
so I can still access that. So
If you have a need to see Mark with beer, his
hmm
video is still up. Me and his video together from wow, it's been years ago now.
2010. Yeah.
Jeez, that didn't just happen. It's
Mhm.
yeah, wow. How can
And
we?
there's a few out there. Yeah, I mean, I Google myself. I still see a few videos. Like Chad did one with me, an interview with a beer geek. We got me
Yeah.
and you, Joe, and there's a couple others. But other than that, it's like it's as if I never existed on YouTube. I don't know.
You did it's just like I say, like it's not official
Yeah,
until you change your status. Like you really don't exist, Mark. You
I
go to a
don't know.
place to work every day and you pay a mortgage on a plate.
But I really don't exist.
You really don't, right, Rui?
Wow.
Like
Mark the Friendly Ghost.
if Google
Yeah,
says you don't
I
exist,
just kind
you
of
don't
drift in and
You
exist.
don't exist.
out.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
don't exist. I don't care what the
yeah.
U.S. Federal tax says. You know,
What's the term? Just Google it. If
Yeah, just Google
you're not
me.
in Google,
yeah,
then
but we
it's
can't
me.
No, I'm
Google
in
you.
Google. I'm in Google. I'm just not in YouTube.
Oh,
Same
okay.
thing.
Yeah, you can
Well,
still Google me, but
it,
if you YouTube me, I don't exist except for a few things that I appeared in other videos. Other than that, you know,
God, that's
maybe I'm
almost
part of the witness protection program. And I don't know it.
yeah, that's awful, isn't it? Like, yeah, because yeah, it's almost yeah. If you don't exist in the YouTube, I
Oh
mean,
yeah,
that's like second, isn't it? I mean, that's a close
yeah.
second to
I don't
just
know.
the
You know,
main
and that's
Google.
it's frustrating that they canceled it. You know, and that did kind of piss me off. But what's worse is, you know, because now they tied everything Google and YouTube together. Well, I have my Google Plus, which is my name, Mark Sinderson. That I can't even access Mark Sinderson YouTube
Well,
because that got tied to the video beer reviews thing.
see, that guy was so out there that I don't blame them taking
Yeah,
that guy off. That
yeah,
you know,
yeah. That's true. I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess I do have to admit that I was way out there.
yeah. See, the thing of it is Google Plus has a no tolerance policy, Mark. No tolerance, and that just like the
I just
NFL,
better back it down. I better just
Google learned.
lower it. Yeah,
Google learned from the commissioner of the NFL and said, you know
yeah.
what,
Oh
we've
yeah,
got
yeah.
zero tolerance.
That's right.
We
Zero
we
tolerance.
we suspended you first with
Yeah,
pay, with pay.
yeah. No, I'm not getting paid anymore.
No, they're paying you the same thing they were paying you before.
I was making like $20 a week. Not even that. I was probably making like $10 a week on YouTube.
Yeah,
10,
see, so
20
you're
bucks.
fired. Actually, that's what it is. They
Fired.
technically fired you.
Yeah, that's Donald Trump's job. That's not Google's job.
Yeah, and
When
the
did
and the
Donald Trump take over
see,
YouTube?
and the Google Analytics escorted you out the door is what
Yeah.
happened.
Don't let the pop-up ad kick you and don't hit you in the butt when you leave,
Yeah,
huh?
right. Yeah.
Ugh.
So, Rui, do we even need to ask what beer you're having?
None actually.
No?
I'm out.
Oh, yeah. See,
When
I'm in the Lipton tea and honey liquid strawberry guava.
Ooh.
Squirty, squirty. Now these are definite pinky out when you squirt. You see, you have to have it between your thumb and your forefinger and the
Mm-hmm.
pinky out, and you squeeze gently into the water. Thumb and forefinger.
Yes. Apply as much pressure as you would to
Out.
cuddle a mouse in your hand.
Yes, yes. I love that. I love freaking Family Guy, and that episode kills me when he has Brian rub his tail. That just cracks me.
Yeah,
But in any case, yeah, and then you just totally squirt this in there, and it actually does taste just like Lipton tea.
that's good.
Nice.
And so yeah. Anyway, Mark, what are you having a beer?
Oh yeah, I'm finishing I'm finishing up the end of Putin's Blue Ribbon.
That's right. Yes.
And
Yes.
I've got another beer I'm gonna get into. I got a buddy that goes to Alabama for business, and he brought me a 6-pack of Alabama beers last week. So
Yeah. Now, when you say Alabama, isn't that like built in? Don't you have to go woo or yeah or something? You know what I'm
you gotta go Alabama, America, America,
America. Yeah.
America.
That's real America. Yeah. Like that's kind of.
Actually, Joe, did you get the time to see that link I sent you with the store where they sell Superbock?
Oh yeah, yeah. To just buy it, like in my area.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did actually. Yeah, I did. As a matter of fact, I mentioned it. What was it? A couple weeks ago now?
Yeah, it was a couple weeks ago. Yeah,
Yeah.
Superbach.
Yeah. Now
We
this.
need to do a Superbach night. We all need to find Superbach, and then we'll just drink. We'll do like a Superbach live review.
Dude, I swear, yeah, that's not a bad idea. You know what? And I might just get me some Superbock this weekend because it was in my area. That's for sure.
I'm gonna
Nice.
look. I think it's available here too. I've got to go to one of the beer stores and ask them.
And because I'm out, I'm actually gonna try to find some other Portuguese beer, craft beer, and test them out. So
Oh man, let me tell you, I screwed up. let me tell you, I screwed up. Don't everybody out there, don't do this. If you haven't done it, if you haven't gone there, don't do it. Okay. I was okay. I was fine. I was fine. I was gonna wait. All right. Because I got this old thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
your iPhone 4, right?
I got the 4S. I've been waiting 3 years. I was
Uh-huh.
fine. I was like, okay, cool. I'll wait. I'll wait another month or so, and you know what I'm saying. Well, I was on my way, back after work here, and I was like, I had to make a couple of stops because of some things, and Walmart, and then I had to go to the In-N-Out, of course, to get a double double because I had been out. You get hungry while you're
That's
out.
right. Yeah, that's right.
You know what I'm saying?
You get
So
done driving, you gotta eat.
yeah, I had to, I had
You
to,
gotta
I
eat.
had, I had to wolf down a double double. Just,
In and out. Oh, that sucks. I
just,
those are so good.
just in case of emergency. See, here's the double double receipt here. See,
Oh,
and just
okay.
now.
Proof.
Okay, so I did all that, and then when I looked over, oh, to my shock was the AT&T store. So I says, well, let me just go pop on in there and see what this darn phone looks like. Let me see how
Yeah.
big it really is.
Down the rabbit hole
I,
there,
I
man.
wanna
Woo.
see, I wanna see how big it is, baby.
Yeah. I heard it was
I
big.
I keep hearing how big it is, and
Yeah.
and I
I
heard
gotta get my hands on that
I
big
gotta get
thing.
my hands on that big one. And plus, I heard they got a white one, and I gotta see that.
We're veering off the road towards the canyon here, Joe. Come on.
If it's white and big, you gotta see it, right? It's like,
That doesn't happen very often.
take a picture of it.
That's what they all say.
Uh,
So anyway, I go down there. I check this darn iPhone 6 Plus thing out, man. It
uh
was, dude. Okay, this is the 4S, right? I put
Yeah.
my phone with the case and everything on it. And
Yeah.
mind you, this is an Amazon case, man. This has been the best little BS little silicone. I have dropped this phone so many times, very
Yeah.
hard, and nothing
It's
happens to it. It's little 5.99 case from Amazon. Anyway,
yeah.
I put this with the case on that screen, and there was still room around it. On just the screen alone. That's how big that
Yeah.
phone was.
Yeah.
Huge, man.
It's a
That
big.
that phone, I would bet. I do have hard drives here that are almost the same size as that phone. I've got 3 terabyte drives that are almost the same size as that phone. It was
Yeah.
big, man. It
So
and you know
did you
what?
order one or did you?
By chance, I told her. I says, "So you don't happen to have any, do you?" And she goes, "We're actually expecting a shipment today."
Oh
And she
no.
says, "I don't know when or how many,
Uh huh.
So I did kind of hang out for a minute because I thought, I wasn't even really gonna, I wasn't gonna buy one, but I was like, I'm there, and if they
Yeah.
got a shipment, you know what I'm
Oh.
saying? I'm like, why not just buy one, right? I'm due
Yeah.
anyway. I've been waiting 3 years,
Yeah.
so I was like, you know, uh, so I did kind of wait around a little bit, but I was so tired. The morning is the end of a long night for me, so it's
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
yeah, I got to go to bed because I got to do share beer tonight. So
Yeah.
you know
Well, I'm glad to
that's
see you have your priorities in line, Joe. I mean,
we do got the priorities. We do got the priorities going. Yeah. So that
so
that
anyway,
share.
For everybody watching, Joe's going to be there tomorrow morning buying with enough share beer tomorrow night.
Dude, it was crazy the people that were coming in there, and just, do you have the iPhone? And
Yeah.
the minute she said no, boom, they were hauling ass out of there. I mean, literally
You're
just
just going store to store to store to find
store to
one.
store to store. Yeah, and you could see like their buddy outside on the phone trying to find the next AT&T
Oh
store. You know what I'm
man.
saying? Just hunting down.
Wow.
And but that was pretty cool. At least I did get to see it, and it is as slippery as people say. At least for me, it was like it
Yeah.
it's thinner. It's so thin and rounded that it does kind of feel slick.
Yeah. So you're
But
going to need to you definitely need to get a case for it
yeah,
so it just doesn't.
yeah, and they had several there. I know I saw reviews on the internet on YouTube where Mark doesn't exist. But
That's true.
I did I did
What
see.
is this YouTube that you speak of?
What is this YouTube? Is it
What kind of sorcery is
you
that?
and then tobe.com? What is? Do you remember that when YouTube came out? It was everybody was trying to have a. They were having a hell of a time spelling it. Do you remember
Yeah,
that?
yeah,
I remember that because it was like YouTube, like you thought
yeah,
you and then tube. But I remember it was the hardest thing ever.
yeah.
Now it's
That makes
second
sense.
nature. Everybody knows it's what it is, but
Except for me, but that's okay.
except for you, exactly. Yeah. What? Yeah. What? Yeah, exactly. What was that movie? Uh, where uh they didn't reference the outside world or something. I can't remember. It was
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I can't think of it either. Yeah.
they like lived in uh, they like acted like they lived in the old times or something, and it was really modern times. And
Ugh.
anyway, I forget. Yeah, screw it. So what beer were you going to now, Mark? Sorry.
I'm going to this Alabama beer, which I don't think we get yet in Atlanta. It is straight to ale. What is the brewing? It's Monkey. Let me see. Straight to ale brewing from Huntsville, Alabama.
Oh,
The beer
Huntsville.
is called Monkey Knot. And it's got a picture of a monkey in an
Tiny.
astronaut. You know how they used to send up monkeys
Oh,
back in the
yeah.
day?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's an IPA, 7.5% ABV, or 7.25. So let's see what we got here. I have not seen this one in the stores here. So this is a
Very creative, yeah.
yeah. And my buddy he's an IPA freak, so he just got me a 6-pack of IPAs. He goes to Birmingham a couple times a month for business, and he says, I got to pick you up some IPAs. I'm like, okay. Ooh, there you go. Nice
That
IPA color.
that looks yummy, yeah.
Yeah, it's got that nice orange. Mm. You get it's fairly malt forward, but there's some citrus. Ooh, it's got like a mandarin orange kind of aroma. Maybe like a mango orange. It's kind of different.
Huh. I'm sorry, what was the style again?
It's an IPA.
IPA, yeah, yeah. Okay.
They call it an IPA, 7.5% or 7.25. They say straight to ale, so I don't know what that implies, but or and straight to hell. I don't know. Maybe straight to ale, straight to hell. I don't know.
It could be.
But I love the font on here. It's kind of like that 1950s like Lost in Space font.
It
Yeah.
is, yeah. And I
Yeah,
like the look on that
yeah.
monkey
He's like,
face.
what the hell are you doing to me?
Yeah,
You put
exactly.
me in
Yeah,
this
like
thing and send me up in a spaceship.
yeah, you're killing
You
me.
got the rocket ship on the side. It's a very cool can. Lots of ink. Gary would be proud of this can.
Oh man, Gary would be going nuts over that.
Yeah.
I don't believe you would see Gary's hands up. You know what I'm saying? I don't
No,
think you
no,
would
this
see
is
his
hands.
hands
This
on
is
that one.
hands above the table can for Gary.
Yeah.
Um, but mm, it's not super bitter. It's got I'm getting a lot of orange and more like orange and mango and that type of thing as opposed to like the grapefruit, which a lot of times
Uh-huh.
you get with the citrus.
Is it a real malt forward type of IPA though?
It smells more malt forward than it tastes. I mean, it's pretty balanced, but it's not that bitter. It's like
Okay.
I would almost call this a pale ale from a bitterness standpoint.
Yeah, see, and that's where I was getting at. Like, those lines are getting blurred
Yeah,
anymore,
it
aren't they?
is.
Like,
It is. It's got a nice color to it. It's got that kind of IPA color, and the aroma is more. A lot of pale ales tend to be piney kind of aromas. This is more citrusy. It's a pretty good beer. I mean, it's not real hop. I mean, it's not a hophead. It's not a hophead lover IPA. It's more of a
see, to me, once I start,
general craft beer person that wants to try IPAs. This is
right.
kind of that.
Yeah, see, for me, once I saw your initial pour,
Mm,
I see the head, I see the color of the beer, and then I hear your initial thoughts on it, the nose of the
mm,
beer. You know what I'm saying? Your initial thought was kind of fruity, citrus.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? So then I start leaning right away. Okay, well, this is more pale ale, and that's why I asked for the style because
mm.
I don't. For me, I still associate an IPA to be more yellowish than orangey.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And for me, a pale ale is more like that color, like more orangey, a little more roasted, a little more malty, a little
Uh,
more bready. You know, a little more that fruity type of citrus. You know what I'm saying?
go to their website and see what we have here.
But that's just me personally. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of where I go. And I
Mm-hmm.
know so many IPAs because you'll get pale ales that you're like, this is a freaking IPA. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And they're so
Okay.
piney and so
All right. I'm going to do a quick screen share here if you don't mind.
ooh
Can see if you can see it. Can you guys see it now? Maybe.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay. There we go. So this is their website, the beers. They got
I
the
love it, man. They got some
yeah,
creative stuff on there, don't they?
yeah. Twitter feed, Instagram.
Gorilla Knot. I saw that real quick.
Yeah. Monkey Knot. It says it's a 70 IBU year round. Albert, Abel, Gordon, Miss Baker, Bonnie, Goliath. Okay. Oh, so it is kind of to the paying tribute to the monkeys that went up in space.
Oh, it is, yeah, huh?
Yeah. Okay. So let's look at the product sheet.
Yeah,
See
strong
what
malt
it's.
body. Yeah, and a
Yeah.
crisp finish.
Come on. There we go. Named in honor of Miss Baker and the other monkeys. Miss Baker's looking a little pissed right in that picture, don't you think?
Yeah, yeah.
Dry hop with Centennial. Sweet malt backbone that perfectly offsets the citrusy, yeah, big floral nose. So yeah, I mean it's just as I,
Yeah, it's pretty much how you described it.
yeah, 70 IBUs, but it's the IBUs are hidden by the malt. I think is the.
And see, to me, to me, that whole definition is pale ale.
Hmm.
But
Yeah, those 60, so theoretically, 60 IBUs and above is
yeah, and I think
IPA,
that's why they
but
call it IPA. Yeah.
yeah, but you can crank up. I don't know if there's like a standard measurement for determining IBUs, or is it just like we'll just toss out a number and make it put it on the label. I mean, there probably isn't like a real standard.
Yeah,
It's just
well, come on. I mean, who's following any standard these
yeah,
days? I mean, they're,
yeah,
I mean, look at the most famous pale ale out there,
hmm
Dale's, for Christ's
hmm
sake. That is not a pale ale. I don't
yeah.
care.
That's more IPA than pale
That is,
ale.
yeah, that
So
is
I
not
mean,
a pale ale.
that's
I don't
open to
care.
interpretation, I guess.
Right.
IBUs.
And that's the that's the great thing about it is that it is whatever you want it to be, really. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And that's what, starts the discussion.
Yep.
That.
Yeah, I agree completely. I'm perfectly fine with it because it's everybody has likes and dislikes. I mean, this is a very drinkable. It's a tasty beer, but I wouldn't call it an IPA. I would call it a pale ale. But a lot of people that are coming from like, from my previous, Putin's Blue Ribbon, they would consider this an IPA
Yeah.
because it's
You,
so
you know,
hoppy comparatively.
and then too, there's the whole. It's an art, like just like photography.
Hmm.
With the three of us here, this is basically a photography beer show. So if this next half hour, if anyone wants to, you can leave now because there's going to be a lot of photo references in this part
Yeah.
of the show. But it is a lot. It's an art form these days. The craft beer is an art form because the people that love to brew it are just as passionate about brewing it as I am and you are about photography. So it's
Hmm.
and about making images. So it's because I really don't. It is not in my heart to brew any damn thing. Like I could. The, the extent of my brewing was this into this. Like if they could make this beer and I could squirt it into this and make beer, that would be, and it would foam up and do the whole thing, then maybe I would brew beer. But I literally do not have any desire to do. You know what I'm saying? Like you drink a Dr. Pepper, you don't have any desire to make that, do you? I mean,
Yeah,
it's the same thing for me. Like I enjoy a Dr. Pepper when I have one. I haven't drank a soda in a while, but it's beside the point. When I don't have any desire to drink. So it's the same thing. Like I enjoy beer, but I don't have any desire to make it. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
Mhm.
the guys that do, I think you have a set recipe that you want to go by. You have an idea, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, the guys that do are the opposite. They
It's
love doing it, but they don't drink
right,
it.
yeah, well, the thing is, you have the intentions, right? And it's your, as an artist, if you will, a beer artist, you know what I'm saying, a craft beer artist, a brewery artist. You have, okay, I'm gonna combine this, and this, and I'm gonna make this great pale ale, right? Or
yeah.
I'm gonna make this great IPA, and then at the end of it, it's like, well, I'm calling it Monkey Knot IPA, but it kind of ended up being more of a pale ale, but
Mhm.
I already called
Mhm.
it this, and you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So it's like,
Yep.
And we paid the artist to do this cool can with lots of ink on it, so we got to
yeah,
leave it the way it is. Yeah.
and that's kind of, it's like photography that way. Sometimes you have this full intention on shooting something a particular way, and then you're like, you meant for it to be a black and white kind of retro Ansel Adams-y kind of automobile shot, and then it ended up being this, you know, uh, really colorful,
Yeah.
just just really cool, modern, crisp shot. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
it didn't end up going that way at all. And I think we can understand that as artists. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
sometimes it just, but with beer, and especially once they start distributing it, I mean, they have to get the label approved and everything. So by the time you do that, it is what it is, you know,
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
just that process alone that we've gone through with Zach, getting the
Mhm.
labeling approved and everything. Once that labeling's approved, it's an IPA. I don't give a damn what it is, you know.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean,
Mhm.
if you're not really into hops, you could call this an IPA. But if you're into hops, it's a pale ale. I mean, so it kind of straddles that line. If you're a hophead, it's not really an IPA. But if you're testing the waters, I guess it could be an IPA. So it's six of one, half a dozen of another. I guess
Right.
depending on your
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
your viewpoint.
What are your thoughts on pale lager?
Pale lager, huh?
Hmm.
Oh, what is a pale lager?
I'm. I'm.
Would this qualify as pale lager? I don't know.
I know, huh? Pale lager. Yeah. Let me see.
The reason I'm asking is because in Wikipedia, at least, Superbock
Oh,
is
okay.
marked as a pale lager.
No, does Superbock, does the regular base Superbock, does it have a little bit of does it have a little bit more of a golden color to it than
I-
Pabst or
I'm
something, which
getting.
is like really
I'm
straw
getting.
color?
Pale
Yeah.
lagers are basically a lot of stuff, really, right? I'm getting. Yeah, Super Bock. I'm getting Stella Artois. I'm getting Rolling Rock, for Christ's sake. I mean, you know
Oh,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? I'm getting a lot of
Mm-hmm.
uh, your big major lagers.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Budweiser
I think pale lager
is
might
just,
American adjunct lager kind of falls
yeah,
into pale lager in a lot of areas.
yeah, yeah. So they have their purpose, man. I mean, I did have, oh, what did I have recently? Oh, that wasn't a pale lager, huh? Because I had a Samuel Adams.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, that was another beer I revisited. I was like, when was the last time I've actually just had a Samuel Adams
Yeah,
lager?
and it's not a bad beer. I mean, for what it is, it's got some flavor. It's
Yeah.
pretty drinkable.
You know what? I still prefer the light, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. To me, the light
No, the
has,
light is a better overall, I think, for the style. I
yeah,
mean, it's one of the best light beers out there. If you're gonna drink light beer, drink Sam Adams Light.
Sam
Yeah.
Adams Light is pretty damn good, man.
Hmm.
But yeah, no, pale lagers. What pale lager would be my? It would have to be something crafty because I've had some good craft pale lagers. It would have to be something crafty, but
What's the typical characteristics of a lager?
Well, they tend to be a little bit more crisp, I think, as far as like the carbonation and that type of thing. And I think that's a result of the fermentation temperatures for lagers, which is a lot colder. So my lagers just tend to have a little bit more of a crisp feel to them than
Hmm.
ales. Um,
uh, let's see. Most popular. Let me see. Yeah, let me do that. Let me. Beer Advocate has their list of most popular pale lagers, American pale lagers. Some of them I have absolutely. I've never even heard of the brewery, so um, I couldn't really make a judgment on them because I never even heard of the brewery. You know what I'm saying? So
what's their number one? Do they list like a number one there?
yeah, their number one was from Jack's Abbey Brewing, a
Hmm.
6.7 American Pale Lager. It's the
Ooh.
Hopsonosis Union,
Huh.
something like that. And then Bell's Falls Lager, the
Okay. I've
Quin
had the
what is
bells.
it, a Quinanon or something?
Okay.
I haven't had too much Bell's, that's for sure. Yeah, you've got to go a long way down this list before I've even heard of anything. Um, a lot of
I'm
Jack's Abbey's Brewing. Jack's Abbey's Brewing.
gonna take a look at that and see,
I
because
don't know where that brewery's at. I can put the link in the chat for you if you want.
yeah, it'd be interesting.
Uh, so this is the list I'm looking at from Beer Advocate.
Oh,
I'm just gonna do.
there you
Yeah,
go.
Euro. They have a Euro pale lager as well. Let me get to that one.
Heineken's probably on that one, right? As I call it, Euro trash lager.
Yeah, that would be Euro trash lager. Let's see. Yeah, number.
Okay, that Beer Advocate has Longboard Island Lager, which is Kona.
Yeah, now that
That's a
I've
pretty
had.
good one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now see on their
Cured
Euro
Baby
list, they've
Bomb.
Stella Artois is their number one. Well, they don't really give it a number one. They just have a list.
Yeah.
Heineken, Harp, Grolsch, what is that? Cronenberg, Borg
Yep.
or Berg,
Kronenberg.
1664. You know what? This one actually is pretty good. This beer, what is that? Birra Moretti. That's an Italian one, isn't it?
Uh-huh. Yep.
That one actually is pretty good.
Yep.
Um,
Now I'm on the Beer Advocate page and I sorted by the Bros score.
you know
And then
what?
you know, Totally Naked by New Glarus Brewing gets a 98 from the Bros.
Really?
Yeah. And then what was that? Hoppiness Union from Jack's Abbey gets a 94. Shift Lager from New Belgium. Where is that? Where did that go? Because I've had that. That gets an 88. That's a pretty good beer. It's a lager, but it tastes. I mean, it might as well be. I mean, it's a pale ale. I guess they use lager yeast, so it's the only.
Now they've got Baltica number three, and you know what? Speaking of Russian beers, I swear to God, that one is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I do
I've
like
had a couple
Baltica.
Balticos, yeah.
I do. I don't know the numbers. I can't relate the number. Maybe a six? Is it a six? Is there six the porter?
Yeah, it's all number. Yeah, it's all number based. 6 is the porter.
Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because I think that one was pretty good too. God, yeah, it's
Shiner.
tough to remember like a number to a beer. Like it's tough. Um,
Ooh, Ska. Do you get much Ska brewing in Phoenix, Joe? They're the ones out of Durango, Colorado.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think they're here. Yeah, absolutely.
Mhm. Well, they have a beer called Mexican Lager, Logger.
Yes, I have had that. I have had that. It's pretty
It's
good. It's not bad.
5.2%. Yeah,
I
it's a
had
good
that
one.
when I was still in New Mexico. I had that,
Okay.
and that one is pretty good. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, another thing. Yeah, they do have. And I don't know how I never saw them before, but they have them all over the place. Drive-through liquor stores. I mean, that is manna from heaven right there.
Cool. Yeah,
You know.
just on your way home from work, drive through, pick up a six pack, off you go.
Yes. Now, if we're talking Euro loggers or American loggers, you're not just picking up a six pack, right? You're getting a big 30, and you're
And
going,
you're getting a 30 a suitcase. Yeah.
yeah. You're getting at least an 18 pack of that stuff, right? I mean,
Yeah.
those are the kind of beers that you get in mass quantities, right?
Yeah.
We actually have some questions at the Q&A app.
Oh, do we really?
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
So The Village is the movie you're thinking of, Joe, says Lee
Oh,
The
okay.
Wilson.
Village. Yes, it
Yeah,
is. See,
thank you, Lee. Yeah, Lee is a movie geek. Lee is
yes.
the YouTube movie geek.
Yes, Lee gets the +1 right there. That was awesome.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is.
That was driving me nuts. It was still in the back of my mind too. Yeah, The Village. Yes, because it was what was the famous quote from that movie too? The one that I'm thinking of, it was the people we don't speak of or something. What was it? Darn it. Maybe he'll put it in there. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, Billy says, "Is anyone paying attention to the questions?" Now we
Yeah, I
are.
was just reading that.
Rui is yes, he's the enforcer. He's like, "Hey guys, check out the questions."
Yeah, no, now see, yeah, Rui is the what do you call the train switching guy? Is that what it exactly is called? The switcher? You
Yeah,
know, the
yeah,
one that puts you back on track.
yeah, he is. Yeah.
He's the share a beer pulley.
Well, it's already what, Wednesday there, right? Are you guys? Yeah, you're just coming
Yeah.
into Wednesday, so
Yeah.
I mean it's already tomorrow there, so we got to get on track here.
Yeah, Bill. Yeah, Bill. We are paying attention to the questions now, so we are obviously doing a lot better now. So
Yeah, yeah. It always helps to click the button that says Q&A that opens
and
up
you know
the
what?
app. Yeah.
I like what he says though, because we are hammerheads. So you got that correct. Yeah, hello
Hmm.
hammerheads. Thank you very much. That is a compliment. Yeah. Uh, Although if you do try to hammer nails with this head, you're gonna ruin your nail. I swear to God.
Might break your nail. You want to break a nail? That's not good.
Yeah, yeah. You don't want to damage that nail. ISIS right now, they're like dying for this head. You know what I'm saying? They're
Yeah.
like, yeah, we're gonna. Um, that's not cool, is it? That's not. I better not really say that because they might come looking for my ass. I'll be the first video with the orange suit on, going, oh no. But yeah. All I know is they better have a big
Let's suspend
knife
you
because
first.
have you
Yeah.
seen this thing here, man? You better have the big knife. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Let me see.
Stone's new Soko Keva
Is
Stout.
that
No, I have not, Frederick. That sounds very good, though.
Stone's new? What is it? What
Zoko Keva? Zoko Keva? I don't know how you
is
pronounce
the
that.
X a W or? I mean, how do you
I don't know.
you know what I'm saying? How the X changes?
Zoko Keva?
Because it seems like Cerveza or something like
Yeah,
that.
there's got to be something.
Stone's new.
Probably a Latin American or Mexican inspired stout, I would think. And it probably has, maybe it has chocolate in it? I don't know. Ooh, that would be good.
Check out a friend of mine, the kid.
Oh, but
Kid
chocolate would be
Kid
with a
67.
CH.
Mm-hmm.
He
But
loves
yeah,
beer. He loves beer and video nasties horror films from the 80s. I think I'll pass on that one, bro. That
Yeah.
kind of sounds like malt liquor guy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I always forget his handle, but I know he always goes malt liquor.
Yeah.
In all the video posts, he always says malt liquor, man.
Okay, so let's go Stone Mocha Stout. All right, so here we go. I'm going to the page. Stone Brewing Mocha Stout, 8.1%. Ooh, this looks good. Chris
Oh, does it
Banker.
really? What was it called?
Chocolate. Here we go, Rui. Chocolate, cinnamon, nutmeg, and chili pepper, and coffee infused milk stout. Ooh.
What was the name of that one again, Mark?
Zoco, Xocveza. So
CEV.
Zocoveza?
CEVA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zocoveza?
Yeah.
Right here it's pronounced something like Shokoseva.
Yeah, Zocoveza. Yeah.
Choco. Yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah, Mocha Stout. Yeah. Moco. Mocha. Moco. Now that would be an interesting one there. It's a
Yeah.
little slimy in the, in the nose.
Ooh.
Ah,
So,
see what I did
okay.
there? You see how that
Appetizers,
works?
suggested pairings, bacon wrapped figs.
I don't think he heard me. I referenced Moco and nose in the same hello.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I went through a lot of trouble to do that.
Yes, you did. I was reading. I can only do one thing at a time. I can't multitask.
So it's qualified on BA as a milk or a sweet stout.
Yeah.
So that gets my
8.1%.
attention right away. Yeah, that's
That
Now
looks
for
really good,
now for
actually.
something serious, Joe. Have you tried snails already?
oh no, I'm saving that for something special. I do. No, you can't just have snails with anything. You know what I'm saying? So maybe we'll do that for our Super Bach night.
Yo, do snails and Super Bach
Yeah,
Yeah.
pairing.
yeah,
How
yeah.
how would you do snails with Super Bach, Rui? Would you like roast them with butter and garlic or something?
Ooh! I got something. Here. I got
Bacon
something
wrapped
here.
snails.
I have to interject. Now, I just heard of something. Now, I heard of something that started the end of last year, but I'm just now hearing about it. And you reference snails. I kind of associate this on that level a little bit. Now, in Japan, one of the latest fetishes is eyeball licking.
Oh, eyeball licking.
They
Really?
lick eyeballs.
Huh.
They literally open the eyeball and give it a lick.
Hey, different strokes for different folks, I
They
guess.
call it an alternative to kissing. So, the next time you meet
Sounds like a quick way to get pink eye if you ask me. I don't know.
it is, yeah, when you Google it, a pink eye comes up all over the place.
I don't think so. Because you never know where that tongue has been.
And when you do, you're like, oh, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially in some of them places. Do you see the stuff they eat, like snails? Hello. Some people eat snails and superbuck and then lick your eye. Now, it might be a good thing. Now, they might have been drinking Happy Buddha. If they were drinking Happy Buddha and then they licked your eye, that might be.
No, when something is just as good that you lick your fingers. Just by watching someone eating snails, you're gonna lick your eye.
Dude, can you imagine now? What is that process? How did you get to that level where you're like, you know what? How many?
I don't want to
beers
kiss
did
you,
that
but can I
take?
lick your eye?
How many adjunct loggers did that take for you to get to that point where you're like, you know what?
That's a lot of Sapporo. That's all I gotta say. That's a lot of Sapporo.
Right? How did you get? I remember a few Super Bowls ago, we were getting hammered in my garage, right? And we're having a good time, and it's cold, of course, that time of year. And I mean, we're hammered, and all of a sudden, my buddy's like, "Dude, we should get naked and go through the neighbor's house." And I'm like, "No, I'm not that drunk, bro." You know what I'm saying? But that took almost 30 beers. You know what I'm saying? I've got that number. So how many beers did that take before you're like, you know what, dude? I just gotta lick your eyeball, man. I swear to God. Now, what would your reaction be? Now, we're 12 beers in, and someone's like, you know what, dude? I just gotta lick your eyeball. How about I lick your eyeball?
I'd be like, get out of the house. Party's over, buddy. I'm calling you a cab. You're going home. Nobody licks my eyeball.
Or is your reaction, dude, I'm married?
Yeah. Wait, let me
Is
check
that
with my wife.
is that cheating? Is
Yeah.
that cheating? If some girl licks your eyeball or you lick a girl's eyeball, is that
I don't know. Yeah. And why are you getting divorced, Mr. Cinder? Well, lick somebody's eyeball.
I had pink eye and I got caught,
Yeah.
Yeah, there's actually some what was it? Some form of chlamydia or something for eyeball licking, man, because
Oh no.
there's pink eye associated with it and some kind of
That's okay.
eyeball chlamydia. It's weird.
It's okay. I think I'll be fine. I'm not really planning on any eyeball licking anytime soon.
Give that one a good Googling right there.
Oh, it's okay. Because you know what happens? You Google that, and then the next day, when you go on Google, you get pop-up ads for like antibiotics and stuff.
Yeah. Now we're begging for Google to ban this show. Like this show should not exist anymore after.
I didn't talk about eyeball licking, and I got banned. Come on.
But you're so out there, man.
Oh, man.
That's the point. That's how far out there you were.
I was on the bleeding edge.
Maybe if your show was this ridiculous, they
just look at it and go like, oh, that's never fun.
Yeah.
It's not even worth our time to hit the button on this one.
At least they know where these idiots are. They can contain us to this part right here. They're like, we've got to Google puts us on a particular corner of the internet, and that's it. Like you don't go anywhere else. That's it. We all have our dunce caps on right now. Yeah. Transitioning to something more cool. Watch this smooth one right here, man. What do you think of the new Canon 7D Mark II?
What about the new Nikon?
I think you're gonna. I think you're gonna buy it.
I haven't. Is that the D750 you're talking about, Rui?
Yeah.
I haven't seen the specs on that yet.
So is that the equivalent to the 7D II in terms of Nikon's line? Is it comparable?
Probably.
Or is it...
I guess they're both in the same line.
Okay. I have no idea. I'm not a Nikon guy at all. I think they were comparing the original 7D to is it the D7100? Nikon?
The 70?
Yeah, I think they were comparing
the 71.
The original 70 to the 7100, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I don't have any idea where the new 750 falls in their lineup. I have no idea. Is that an APS-C size sensor? If that's their flagship APS-C, then I would say that it would have to compare because that's Canon's flagship is the 7D Mark II. So
yeah, along with the 60, but yeah.
$2,200 the best buy for the body.
Wow.
For the D750.
Wow.
Pre-order. You can pre-order. Let's do it.
Yeah, let me get
full frame freedom, outstanding agility, and the convenience of built-in Wi-Fi. Buy now. Got an articulated screen, kind of. It's only up or down. It doesn't flip out though.
Yeah, it's like the ones in Sony.
Yeah, it's like the Sony ones. Yeah, 6.5 frames per second.
Yeah,
full HD. It's the FX format, so that's full frame.
One complaint about the new 7D Mark II is that it doesn't have an articulating screen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's been one complaint already.
The articulated screen is great if you're doing live view type of stuff.
Yeah, well, their complaint
down on the ground and
theirs is for video. The guys that do video, were complaining about that.
$2,300. So I can get $3,600 with the 24-to-120 VR lens. Sign me up. I'll take it. All right.
Oh, 6.5 frames per second.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's pretty good, but it does that.
Which one, the 7.2?
Yeah, the 750,
on the
D750.
750. So
Yeah.
that is a lot slower than the because it's 10 frames
Yeah.
per second on
Oh, the 7D Mark II is
yeah
10. Okay, but it's
yeah
a crop sensor, right? Yeah.
yeah oh
Yeah,
yeah
still crop.
Yeah.
Good thing I heard about the 7.2 was the focus points, all cross type.
yeah all cross type
Oh,
65.
Yeah,
It actually rivals the 1D.
yeah,
wow. That's
yeah.
see,
And they have the new
that's almost
features,
more important than
the
anything
group
else.
focusing.
Is yeah.
For
They
what
added
we
the
do,
group focusing,
it
Mm-hmm.
like
is.
the 1D.
Yeah.
Yeah, it tracks and everything just like the 1D. Yeah, it's
Wow. See,
for us
that's
it's
almost more
major.
important than anything else
Yeah,
is the multiple focus points that are cross, because then you can select the focus point and get the best focusing out of it.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
For me, it is that important.
Oh
That's
yeah, for you for portrait, if you can
yeah,
select like the far right or the far left and have it be a cross point, that's
yeah.
going to be a big difference.
And then
Hmm.
it's got those that really pinpoint type of focusing too. So you got the point inside the point, and I think you can really get like ultra sharp focus with that. Gosh, my camera's so old that and but the camera, the 7D is not even really released yet, right? Because it says it won't be released
Mhm.
until November 28th.
It's $1,800 on Amazon
Yeah,
Prime, just the body.
yeah, just the body. Yeah, yeah.
Is it 24 Yeah, 20 megapixel. That's
20.
fine.
Yep. More
20.2. So
than enough, I guess.
Yeah.
they're saying everything about the sensor is exactly like the 70D, but Canon says that it's different. So
Yeah.
And I guess
November
they have
28th.
the two. I guess it's uh, two processors. Which is it? The
yeah,
six
the dual what is it? The dual
X
DivX or something or
Yeah.
Digix 6, I
yeah,
guess.
Yeah. It looks nice. I
Yeah,
mean,
dual Digix 6 processor.
does it have dual card slots or not?
Yeah,
yes,
one
it does.
CF, one SD.
Oh, sweet.
Yep.
That's nice. And as a crop, to be honest, crop sensor versus full frame, they've improved the crop sensor so much. It's
Yeah,
probably worth the stick for digital. You just stick with the
yeah.
crop sensor. Because if you can use digital, you're going to want it for the fast focusing, the frames per second, that type of thing.
From the crop to the full frame, you don't get that much difference,
Yeah,
size-wise.
Yeah,
yeah.
well, and then it depends on what you do. Like for what I do, that full frame, there's still an argument to be made for having the full frame for doing, that real fine beauty work. Your bokeh is that much more.
Yeah, you get a little bit more depth. Yeah,
Yeah. So there is an argument for that, but just like Mark said, the crop sensor is so good that
yeah. They've improved it so much in the last couple of
yeah.
years.
And then there's also an argument for the people that do like sports or wildlife or anything like that. Anything where you're going to be cropping,
Hmm.
they're
Hmm.
like the crop sensor's already cropped, so the pixel density is greater.
Hmm.
So when you
Yep.
take a full frame and you actually crop it, you
Oh
lessen
yeah,
the pixel density. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. You
So
put on a 300 millimeter lens on a crop sensor, you've got equivalent of like a 480 or a 500,
yeah. Mhm.
which saves you like $5,000 in the lens. You don't have to crop.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
could buy two cameras, and have one with your zoom, and then the other one with your other lens for the price of buying the 500 millimeter full frame lens.
So let me show this guy some love here real quick. He's saying, Joe, what is that? SO, my podcast called Live with Jones on SoundCloud. Uh, yeah, I mean, heck, I'll even subscribe to it on
Shout
SoundCloud.
out.
Shout out,
Oh, shout
yes.
out, yeah.
Yeah.
Live with Jones. So, heck, I'll even subscribe to it myself. I do listen to a lot of
What's it about,
SoundCloud.
Jones? Live with Jones.
Let's see, been looking at your
Or is it
video.
Live with Jones? I don't want to live with you, but what is the podcast about?
Oh, so he wants to know his first video he saw of mine was the Guinness, which might be, I don't know if that's my most popular beer review. It might be. Um, but he wants to know what the best stout you've had. So what's your best stout there, Rui?
Superbock.
Everything was Superbox.
Yeah.
Superbox Stout.
Yeah, Superbox stout, exactly. What's your
Yeah.
favorite stout that comes to memory, Mark?
Well, it doesn't really exist because it's not on YouTube anymore.
That's true. Yeah. I don't know if we should even get your opinion, really.
No, I
Because,
can't because I can't remember because they sucked out my brain cells as they deleted my channel.
yeah.
Uh, man, I love stouts. There's so many good ones. I would say oh, I really love the Stone Russian Imperial Stout. It's just a big, heavy Imperial Russian Stout, like 12, 13%, lots of coffee, chocolate, good
Yeah.
stuff. But I would consult my previous reviews, but they don't exist anymore, so I can't really remember.
It's I'm gonna Google some stouts right now. 'Cause, yeah, that whole Russian series is very good, right?
Yeah, yep, the Stone Imperial Russian
Now,
Stout.
and I just Googled and I remembered I saw this story earlier in the week about Starbucks testing to put some stout beer, Guinness actually, in their coffee.
Yeah, they put some stout beer flavor. There's
Right.
no alcohol, but it's supposedly some syrup derived from Guinness Stout or something in
Right,
recipe.
yeah. So that's an interesting swap, right? Because there's been coffee in beer forever
Mm-hmm.
already. That's what makes up those whole styles as stouts and porters is the coffee
Yep.
that you get in those beers. So that yeah, that's an interesting. And when I saw that story, it really perked my ears because I'm not a Starbucks person, but um, the thought of them. I mean, they're in that rush to be different as far as coffee goes, that's a very competitive world right now,
Mm-hmm.
just like beer is. And so putting beer in the coffee is an interesting, it's got to be good because they've been putting coffee in stouts forever,
Mm-hmm.
right? So those two mix very well. So it's just a natural, uh,
Yep.
coffee drinkers might go like, huh, that's different, but it's really not
Yep.
because they've been putting coffee beans in beer forever, or coffee flavoring in beer forever. So,
Mm-hmm.
uh, or
Yep.
roasting the malt to different malts to taste like different stouts. So that's, but yeah, I did want to cover that really quick because I did see that.
And there's a link to the Superbox Stout on the chat.
Oh, he wasn't kidding. Look at that.
I think Rui works for Superbock. What do you think?
I think
No,
you
I
know
just like it.
Yeah,
one of the,
that's a good looking beer though. Look at that bottle. I mean, that's
one of these
impressive.
days we have to have him give a plug to Superbach. Um,
It's a surprising combination of special malts, a common black beer with distinct aromas.
Now, how do you argue with that advertising? Now,
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, hello.
that alone makes it pretty damn tasty. It'll be number
Yeah.
one in my book right there. Yeah,
Awesome.
that's
Hey, what's in that robe? All right.
and that's actually a nice description of that advertising too. The sense is soft caramel with a slight fruit aroma. I mean, that's exactly what I want out of that right there. That's,
Yeah. Voluptuous and mysterious. Ooh.
yeah.
A lasting foam with a dazzling, distinct flavor and a strong personality.
Yeah, and temperature between 5 and 8 degrees Celsius. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Let's see. Yeah, slightly
They're like
roasted
40 to
malt
45
balance.
degrees. Yeah. It's a cool bottle, too. Looks nice.
It is. You know what, Rui? Is that is that an actual black bottle or is that a clear bottle? And the beer is just dark, of course.
Mm,
Because in that picture that we're looking
Yeah,
at,
it looks like a
um,
super dark bottle.
it
Yeah.
looks like a clear bottle with just dark beer in it. You know what I'm saying?
Let me check an empty Superbox Stout bottle.
There it goes. Yeah. I
I'm
bet
I'm
it's a
clicking
dark
on the
bottle.
picture, but
Maybe a
man,
brown bottle with the beer in it. 5%. Ooh, very quaffable. 5%. That's kind of like in line. Guinness is what, 4.6 or 4.7, something like that.
now just that.
4.4.
Now
the
Stone
Via
makes.
Badia has 6.4,
Okay.
and it's very, very good.
Yeah, I got the commercial popped up here right away. I don't know
Yeah.
if you can hear it
You're
playing
waiting
in the
for her to open
background
up the
there.
robe, weren't you, Joe?
Huh?
You were waiting for her to open up the robe.
Yeah, it's I like the way they're giving this guy a massage with the bottles of the Superbock.
Yeah. Superbach in the world.
They make it look good, man. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, it looks like it might be a black bottle. Um,
Yeah.
but just from going back to this Stone brew that we looked up, Stone makes several stouts that are just very good.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So this one here, especially with it getting a score already, you've got 368 ratings and it's got a 97.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite styles anyway. Is a stout.
Brown bottle, actually.
Oh, it is
Okay.
it brown?
Just so you
Okay.
know.
Brown
Yeah.
bottle. Okay. With stout in it. Yeah, that would make it dark.
It would be tough. You know the yeah, because I think I do like that mocha. Yeah, the mocha stout. This is it. The Stone.
Well, there's the Rogue.
Oh, Rogue Brown is the brown nectar. Is that no?
That's a brown ale, but that
That's an
is
ale. Yeah.
that's, um. Well, Young's is double chocolate stout, which is liquid candy bar. That's
Yeah,
delicious.
yeah. There's so many. It'd be tough for me to pick a favorite because today's favorite is going to be different than tomorrow's.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
All right.
and it's one of my favorite styles. I love brown ales and I like stouts a lot, and I like porters a lot as well. And it's gonna be love the one you're with, really. I mean, if I'm,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? If I'm having a Young's, then it's gonna be it for today. You know what I'm saying? And then if
Mm-hmm.
I have another one, yeah, just the Rogue chocolate stout is good, man. I'm looking through this list, and there is hardly one that I've had that ain't that great.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, that might even be an easier question. What stout do you remember you didn't like?
Very few. I mean,
That's what I was
it's
saying. Yeah,
yeah. That's a there are such good ones.
see, I
Yeah, the
haven't had
Rogue. Well, have you had Obsidian, Joe? The shoots Obsidian
oh
stout.
yeah, oh yeah, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Rogue
there's.
chocolate stout.
I
Yeah.
would say that I can't remember the stout that I didn't like, but I remember having one, and it was just way too hoppy. Like they just kind of went out there, and it didn't have that nice maltiness that you expect, and it
Mm-hmm.
was just kind of really thin and um and a little too hoppy. Like it was just too hop forward. Like it should have been more of a black IPA.
Mm-hmm. Conrad Brewing. Yeah, there's so many stouts out there now, which is great because that's American stout. Let's see if we do.
That's a good question because it's that's a very popular style for me. That's for sure. It's
If you go to double imperial stout, Founder's Breakfast Stout, that is one of the best ones. Uh,
Oh,
Kentucky
okay.
Breakfast Stout's pretty good.
He says it's the Live with Jones podcast, and he talks about everything. So, oh, and I guess he really would like us to be a guest on the show. So, yeah, I'm sure we could set something up one of these days. Yeah. Yeah, probably in the next few weeks. I don't mind. I've been guest on heck, several shows over the years.
Hmm.
Kind of fun. I was even interviewed a few times for magazines, actually, and in what was it, a newspaper or something? Someone recently sent me. Yeah, you get things. I'm sure Mark's got them too. Like you get things, and you have to weed out the kind of BS stuff from the.
Yeah, there's always some stuff that looks really interesting, and then you dig a little deeper, and it's like, oh, this is not really quite that interesting anymore.
Right. Yeah, it's just a really clever scam.
Yeah,
It's a really clever way to get you locked into something, uh, and they kind of take over your videos. It sucks actually that people do that, but
yeah.
that is out there. Check my. I got a couple notifications here. Uh,
Well, so many. I was going through the Beer Advocate thing, looking at stouts and imperial stouts, and I haven't looked at all the other styles, but it seems like, at least from the Bros standpoint, they give a lot of really high ratings to stouts and imperial stouts.
yeah.
That must be their favorite style of beer.
It
I would
I
think.
I think it's a lot of people's favorite
Yeah,
style.
I think it is.
And you look over the history of beer, and those are
Mm-hmm.
some of the first beers brewed.
Mm-hmm.
Are they the easiest beer to brew? Or yeah,
I
they
don't
are, aren't
know.
they?
It's probably just really flavorful, and people like that.
Yeah.
Um, I've had a lot of these. I mean, there's some very good ones.
But yeah, the Guinness is the most famous. Now, a regular Guinness, I kind of have I kind of have to be in the mood for because they can be thin. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? The Guinness Extra, yeah, yeah, I can drink that any day of the week. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
but a regular Guinness, a lot of flavor, really good, and that creaminess you get for sure with the nitro.
Mm-hmm.
But um, some places tend to serve them too cold if you get them draft, which sucks.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
we have.
Stouts need to be served at like 50 degrees plus at least. I mean,
Yeah,
you just don't want to serve them right out of the fridge, or
right.
yeah, they need to be a little. They need to warm up a little bit.
Yeah, it's
And if we're
yeah,
coming into stout season, fall, winter, prime time for stout lovers.
it definitely is. And just to give Zach a plug, he posted some really cool pictures of the authentic. How do you say that? What's the word I'm trying to?
Authenticity?
On authenticity
Yep.
of his pumpkin.
Yep.
Uh, uh, well, he's not. It's not. He's not calling it a stout. Is it his pumpkin ale? The
Yep.
one that he's brewing has real pumpkin in it. He showed the pumpkin being roasted.
Yep.
So,
Ooh,
and you just know that beer is going to be
Oh
good. You
God,
just
yeah.
know it is. I could just picture that beer just so creamy, and the pumpkin taste, and maybe I don't know if he's putting a spicier note to it or not, but
Hmm.
you just know it's going to be a creamy, really malty kind of, or maybe not. I haven't seen the details of his recipe, but it, you just know if Zach's making it, it's gonna be something kick
Yeah,
ass.
it would be very good. Yeah, that's.
And I do wish him all the luck in the world with the Great American Beer Festival.
Is that
It,
this week or next week?
is it this week? Oof.
I don't know.
So you
I
got
don't
me.
know. Yeah, I think it maybe it is
I
this
want to
week.
say it is, isn't it? I think it is.
Yeah,
It might be just like this week. It might have just
yeah,
started, right?
yeah.
It
Usually
might
the end
be
of September.
because when I was looking on Twitter, I seen some very popular breweries referencing
Yep.
GABF.
Dates, 2014 dates. Let's see. It's probably this week. No, it's the first through the fourth of
Oh, is it
October.
really?
First through the fourth. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was September.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool.
Okay, well, in any case, I
Next
do
week.
wish him luck with that. I
Next
know
week. Next Wednesday it starts.
that's the Super Bowl of beer
Yeah,
events in this
it is.
country.
Yeah, yeah, it is pretty much the Super Bowl of craft beer.
Yeah, that's the well, that still doesn't mean anything to Rui, right? That's the World Cup of
Yeah.
beer events for this country. That's for sure. It really is. I mean, there's not a beer festival bigger than that, and it's in Denver
Mm-hmm.
every year. It sells out like a Beatles concert, like a
Nice.
I mean,
Yeah.
sells out in I mean in what? Not even an hour.
Yeah. I mean,
Sells
it's
out like
you
it's
just got to be online and get it right away, or you're not getting in. Yeah.
it every year it gets more and more and more ridiculous. Like it's and
Mm-hmm.
kind of like Zach says, I know Deschutes put out some information out there about week-long beer festivals that are going on
Mm-hmm.
outside of the GABF because like it's become such a big thing that hardly anybody can get in, but you show up to Denver anyway, and there's all these other beer festivals going on outside um, that it turns into. Yeah, it is suspended.
Yeah.
That's what we've been talking about.
Yeah.
So you're not alone. If
I just looked on Ticketmaster, and there's no tickets available for
oh
the.
yeah, no, you're not finding anything for
They
that.
came out in July, so yeah, you got to be ready like July, the end of July to buy your tickets.
In the Q&A though, we have a Mark fan. We have the fan right
Oh,
here.
the one fan?
That's the fan right there. And so he's saying, what happened to Mark's channel? It seems to be suspended. It is.
You are correct, sir. It is suspended
It
for
is.
no apparent reason.
What happened? No one knows.
That's
Yeah.
right.
The-
Yeah. So stay tuned, Ashwin. We'll see. Uh, I've been wiped from the history books.
Of YouTube.
yeah, I gave your fan a gold star. So
My
we
one
want to
fan. Yeah,
we
so,
want to mark that guy because that's the fan. My other fan is in there too, Jones Street TV there, and I had to give him a plug. Like it wasn't even really a free fan. I had to like give him a.
yeah.
No, that's cool, man. He really appreciated the plug, and I'll give him another plug. Make sure to check out the Live with Jones podcast. And
Yeah.
absolutely, yeah, we could do. Email me joedreviews@gmail.com, and we'll set something up, man. Because I kind of vary my schedule, but yeah, we'll set something up for sure, bro. That's not a big deal. So, especially if you're in Phoenix. If you're in Phoenix, man, piece of cake on a weekend, bro.
Yeah.
I am down to consume many beers and talk about whatever in the hell comes up, man.
Yeah.
Trust me, man. I have. I even met one of the local newscasters. I didn't even know it. Here, I was in a bar chilling, and of course he didn't know me from Adam, but I didn't know him from Adam either. I didn't know till after the fact that he was one of our local newscasters, and I bought him a couple of beers, not knowing who he was, but
Yeah.
oh yeah, we were laughing it up, having a good old time, man. That guy was cool, man. But yeah, sometimes, yeah, some of the things I do, I swear to God. But yeah, it'd be a lot of fun, man. I dig stuff like that. So we better go.
Yeah.
We're way into
I smell the
overtime.
chicken wings. They got started a little late tonight, but yeah, they're almost done.
Yeah, that aroma's coming up, huh?
Yeah. Chicken wings Tuesday.
Thank you to everybody that watched, man. We had actually quite a few viewers for some reason. I don't know what. People
They
are
must have
just
been really bored and had nothing else to do. We
if
thank you. Yes, thank you.
That's how I got here
if
in the
there's
first
people,
place.
there's
It's like,
people.
well, what the hell's on Google Hangouts? Oh, look at these guys talking
Look at
about
these
beer.
guys. Yeah, they're just what the
Yeah,
hell are they even talking? Eyeball
exactly.
licking. What the hell is that?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Yeah, dude, we're down for anything here, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, most anything. I mean,
yeah.
yeah.
Except for
If you
eyeball
are
licking.
if you are actually an eyeball licker, man, hey, I ain't hating, bro. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I ain't hating. Just keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
You eyeball liquor, you.
Yeah.
But hey, thanks for jumping in, Rui. I appreciate it. We
Yeah.
had
Pleasure.
what was his name? I want to give him a shout too, man. That jumped in last week.
Oh, John
John
Nesbitt from Dublin,
from
Dublin, Ireland.
yeah, because he jumps in quite a bit, but he just doesn't jump in on video, right?
Yeah, he's been doing the chat room
And
quite a bit for the last few
you know,
months.
kind of scary too because he looked ironically a lot like me.
Yeah, he's like your Irish twin.
That
I
is
saw
weird. Yeah.
a little last
Yeah,
week's shift.
you know.
And if he only knew, yeah, if I can get once my personal life gets finalized by the judge, it really is on my bucket list to go to
Yeah.
Ireland as soon as I can get a passport and some money. That money thing, right? Like what the
Yeah,
hell
that's
is
the
it?
whole problem. What's up with this money thing?
I got all these things I gotta do, and it's like the money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, ah, you know,
Not fair.
I have it on my Amazon wish list. Why don't someone just, purchase that for me so I can?
Yeah, really. Let's make it public. Yeah.
Dude, I have to give Amazon a little plug really quick. I did buy this. Let me see here, if I can reach it. I got one of these Unts XL speakers. I don't know if you've heard of
Oh,
them.
okay. Bluetooth speaker.
Yeah, $100 on Amazon. This thing is great, man. Worth the $100. Dude, they delivered it on a Sunday.
Yeah. It's amazing, isn't it? I mean,
The Postal Service, the U.S. Postal Service,
yeah.
delivered it on a Sunday. Wow, times have changed. So,
Yeah.
but super cool, man. Love this speaker. It's been a good speaker. I've had it a few days already. Well,
Mm-hmm.
since Sunday.
Yeah.
So, but I just wanted to give it a quick little plug. It was pretty good. So,
Yeah. Cool.
if anyone was thinking about it,
This hangout
okay, man.
sponsored by Amazon and Superbot.
Amazon and Superbot. As a matter of fact, you can get your Superbot through Amazon on a Sunday.
Probably can. Yes.
Yeah, most likely.
So, somehow, if you are in Portugal, the U.S. Postal Service will deliver it to you.
Yes.
I
I'll find a
don't know
way.
how that works, but there's a little postal guy in a white truck with a long paddle, and he gets there. And,
Yeah.
it's got
Amazing.
shark bites in it, but yeah, he manages to get it there. Okay, guys, man, thank you
All right.
for
See
jumping
you.
in.
Take care, Jed. Take care, Rui. Thanks
See
for
ya.
watching, everybody. Out of here.
Bye.